My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be showing you the HipDot X SpongeBob All That Glitters Pressed Glitter palette. Oops, let me take the plastic film out of there. Look how pretty that is. I wasn't going to get this because pressed glitters, I feel like, are either a hit or miss with me, but I got it from Ulta instead of through HipDot. So that way it'll be easier for me to return it just in case it doesn't work out for me. So as of right now, I have both eyes primed, but I think I'm only going to use a glitter glue on this side. And I'm gonna do that for all of them, just to see if they can hold their own with just a primer, or do they need a glitter primer, or do they just not work at all? There's so many choices in here, but I think what I'm gonna do is put Pretty Girl all over the whole lid, because look, see, it goes purple. So this is like a duochrome pressed glitter, I guess. So I'm gonna pick it up on my pinky. Pretty, but so far I don't feel like it's anything like special texture wise. This palette got 5 stars, so let's see what happens. That is very pretty. That is such a pretty color. It's not like, in the pan it looks a lot like bluer, like say like a deep blue to a deep purple, and on the lid, yeah, you could see the duochrome, so it's more like a light blue to maybe a medium purple, and it's like somewhat sheer. Like, I'm building it up. I mean, this. Let's see if we can just kind of... nope, I think that one's gonna stay there. I think I have one in my eye. Are these even eye safe? Wait a minute. Nope, I don't see anything that says you shouldn't use it on your eyes. So then on this side, I'm going to use some Nyx Glitter Primer. Looks like this if you haven't seen it before. I'm gonna put it all over my lid, and then gonna go back in and see what happens. I feel like maybe it's a little more opaque on the first application, and there's less fallout. I mean, now there's starting to be some because of the glitter glue drying. That is a very pretty glitter though. All right, so this here was an accident. That's not the glitter's fault, that's my fault. There was the tiniest bit over here, and I thought I could just kind of add a little more with my finger to make it look like it belonged there. And it got all over. I shouldn't have used my finger for that. But I really like the color. I think it's really beautiful. I definitely don't have anything like this. I don't have many pressed glitters to begin with. So far it looks good. I mean, it hasn't been on that long, but hey, some products I've only had it on, you know, say 20 minutes or so, and there's already a problem. So far so good. If anything, I feel like the side with the glitter glue is ever so slightly moving and creasing, ever so slightly. And the side without it, I feel like looks exactly the same so far. So that's interesting. Hopefully it won't move anymore, but even if it does, as long as this side stays the same, then we know that glitter glue isn't needed. So far, I like it a lot. Alright, it is past midnight. I look like a mess. This makeup has been on for over 12 hours, and let me show you what it's done. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. So if you look here, you can see that it did crease a little and start to, you know, move around and like create like a tiny little line that's like doesn't have any glitter on it anymore. And this eye as well. This one did end up being worse than this one, which I'm not surprised because this eye is more hooded than this eye is, so that usually happens to me. However, I overall think it wore very well. I was hoping for perfection simply because it was rated 5 stars, but especially for my hooded eyes, I think this is very good, and it's definitely no worse than other pressed glitters I've used. I've certainly used some bad ones, and I think this is a very good one. I even think if I don't extend this past my crease, then it won't do this. Alright, so today I'm going to be using Meow, which is the green glitter, and Diamond Gary, which is the, I guess, aqua glitter. So I primed both eyes and I used the SpongeBob palette, but I'm not using glitter glue on this eye. So there's the green. I'm gonna try to keep it away from my crease today. I'm gonna put this on, I think, the outer half of my lid. And then I'm gonna put Diamond Gary on the inner half. That's pretty. Not opaque. Like I'm building it up. But it is a pretty color. And here's Diamond Gary, which, yeah, it's like an aqua, slightly silver. I feel like that one is, yeah, more opaque. And then I'm going to use my NYX Glitter Glue on this eye. And again, I'm going to try to stay away from the crease. And then just like I did before, green is going to go on the outer half. I feel like there's a little difference, a little more opaque with the glitter glue. And then Diamond Gary on the inner half. Very pretty. Alright, so just so you guys can see what's going on here, it's been 10 hours since I put on this makeup. I'm ready to fall asleep. This is what it looks like. So it looks really good on the lid still, but in the crease, it definitely moved and creased and separated on both eyes. So this time it didn't seem to matter whether I had the NYX Glitter Glue on or not, because the NYX Glitter Glue was on this one just had regular primer. Yeah, I gotta play around with it. The colors are pretty, the lid, it works really well, but the crease, I don't know, I gotta play around and see what I can do. And this may be because I have hooded eyes. I think it actually did better yesterday when I did take the glitter kind of into the crease. I think that it actually creased and separated less. So I think with tomorrow's look, which you'll see next in this video, I think I will try that again. All right, so I think what I'm going to try today is the gold and the red together, but this time I'm going to take it into my crease as I normally would. So I'm going to start with Shiny Shell, which is the red, almost orange one, but it's red. It seems like it has some gold glitters in it too. Ooh, yeah, wow, that's pretty. So I think one thing that may or may not be the case is that when using two glitters together, I may have to use a different technique. If you watched my Koki Crystal Fusion Liquid Eyeshadow video, they performed better when I only used one at a time. So the same may be for these glitters, and that's why I'm going to do it this way. So this one builds up very nicely, not opaque on the first shot, but it does build up. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if I want to call it duochrome, but there's definitely like gold glitters in there as well. That's pretty. And then I'm going to take Golden Spatula, which is the gold one, but this one looks like it has green glitters in it. Yeah, definitely. So very interesting. This one is going on the, that one is pretty opaque. This one's going on the like inner half to inner 2/3 of my lid, whereas the red one went on the outer third to outer half. I like that. That is very pretty. I hope that holds up well. As you can see, there's some fallout. And I ripped my face open yet again, so, you know, don't put makeup on open wounds. Better to let them heal. So once again, both eyes had regular eyeshadow primer on them, but the eye that I just did does not have glitter glue on it. And then on this eye, I'm putting the NYX Glitter Primer. And let's see if it makes any difference. Yeah, maybe. That might be a little more opaque on the first shot. And the gold one was pretty opaque anyway. So I'm really looking at staying power, whether it creases, whether it moves, etc. And that's what I've been looking for in this different setup in the whole video. They are very pretty colors though. I don't think I've seen glitters like this before. Funny, both of the reds, so I mean same red, but both sides are starting to move. But I don't mind that as long as it doesn't like crease or look bad, you know what I mean? I really like this though. This looks nice for like holiday or I guess like a festival, or I feel like glittery Fire Nation. Alright, so my makeup has been on for about 9 hours, and interesting, I feel like the side with the NYX Glitter Primer did worse than the one without it, and that I just used the regular eye primer with. I also feel like the red glitter did better than the gold glitter. So for example, this one, you could see where the gold glitter started to move and crease, where the red one didn't. It just kind of moved upward a little bit, but it didn't leave any spaces or crease. And on this side, you could definitely see the empty space with both shades. So first off, I think the red one is a better glitter than the other ones we've seen. Secondly, I think no glitter primer is better than using glitter primer, or at least the NYX glitter primer, but I haven't had a problem with it before, so I think part of it could be that. And also, I feel like it does do better, even though it's not perfect, I feel like it does better when I take it higher up into the crease than when I just stop on the lid. So some very interesting observations. All right, before I use the last glitter today, I just found this out. Did anyone else know this? With the SpongeBob palette, you know, the one that looks like this. This opens so that you can like prop it up like this. I didn't know that. Anyway, moving on. Today I'm going to use the last shade called Loyal, which is, I hesitate to call it a purple. It's more magenta, I think. Pinky purple, and it looks like it has some gold glitters running through that as well. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to, that's pretty opaque. I think it's going to come out that way too. I'm going to use this one only up to the crease. And the reason I'm doing that is because remember what I said about colors, like if you use two together, sometimes it ends up different than when you only use one. So I've tried two colors now, both up to the crease and in the crease at one time. Now I want to use a single color only up to the crease because I've already used a single color in the crease. So we are trying this palette every which way that we can. It's a nice purple. It does look more say like plummy purple, like red purple on my eye. But yeah, I feel like it has some maybe even red and gold glitters running in it. And then of course that side had, dropping everything, just the regular eyeshadow primer, whereas this side I'm now going to use the NYX Glitter Glue. And I think so far from what I've seen, glitter glue is not needed. In fact, I think the glitter glue makes it crease and move around even more. So going in with a Loyal on this side. This one's definitely more opaque, and not just because I'm using it on the glitter primer side, it was like that on this side as well. That's pretty. I like it more than I thought I would because I'm not usually into like pinky purple, red purple. I like blue purples better. Oh, except I made a mess again. You know what? Let's see if I can pick this up on a brush. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. Not that much is picking up, but see if I could put it like right there. Oh yeah, that works. That's much better than attempting to use my finger to do this. Alright, it's the end of the day. This makeup has been on for over 9 hours. And let me just show you what's going on. So once again, I have that line where the glitter has creased and separated. As you can see on the lid, it looks really good. But once it gets to this area, it's not. I'm going to swatch the palette for you, just so you can get another view of the shadows, or pressed glitters rather, starting with Golden Spatula. Shiny Shell, Meow, Diamond Gary, Pretty Girl, and Royal. And here they are. They're very pretty. I think most of them are very unique. I think probably the best way to use these is with an eye primer, but not with a glitter primer. And I think it's better to take them into the crease instead of stopping just on the lid. I think it looks worse that way. And I don't know, I have a feeling if you don't have hooded eyes, like I do, I think you will be okay with this palette. But with my hooded eyes, it's gonna take a little more trial and error. I don't think I would go out and repurchase this, but I'm kind of happy I have it for the price. I mean, this was $16 at the very least for this beautiful Pretty Girl blue-purple duochrome glitter. I think it's unique. Really, it wore pretty well. I think the rest of them I just have to play around with more. I think wearing one over wearing two at the same time or more probably works better. And for me at least, wearing it into the crease instead of stopping on the lid is a better option. I really think the majority of the problem I had with this is unfortunately because of my hooded eyes. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!